Good morning. Today we're here at Whole Foods Market in Orlando, Florida. We're going to go and check out some of the prices, some of the things you guys have asked about, and check the shelves. Let's get to it. As soon as we come into Whole Foods here, looks like they're getting ready for the fall. They have these apples here. I don't know how much they are though. They don't have a price. It is $4.99 for this apple cider. The last time we were at Whole Foods in Cincinnati, it was $3.99, so pretty expensive there. They do have the Honeycrisp apple cider blend for $5.49. I don't know what we haven't had this up north, so I don't know what to compare it to. Seems pretty expensive though for half a gallon of apple cider. $1.79 a pound though for the organic Fuji apples. Sounds like an okay price. You know, they used to be $1.49 a pound up north, but I do believe ours went up to $1.79 a pound also. Got some organic black figs here for $6.99. That seems a little excessive. $5.29 for these bags of grapes seems pretty expensive. Now they have the black grapes here. Okay, so those are $2.51 a pound, but these are $5.39 a bag for the green seedless grapes and the red seedless. I don't know if it says how many pounds that is. I don't see on the bag here. Feels like maybe 2 pounds, maybe 3. Not really sure, but $5.29 seems a little expensive to buy in a little bit of bulk. And at first glance here, it does seem like this Whole Foods is a little more than the one up north from us. $4.99 for the organic strawberries. The last time we checked up north, they were $3.99. $3.99 for the regular Driscoll strawberries. And these were $2.99, so each one of these is up $1 from what it was in Cincinnati. $5.99 for these organic blueberries. Now they are 1 U.S. pint. I don't know, that seems pretty expensive. I've seen it as high as $4.99 up north, but yeah, that's a bit much. $4.49 for the regular blueberries, dry pint. These are normally at most $3.99. If anybody's having trouble finding pears, this might be the place to come. We've had a lot of comments on people not being able to find pears anywhere. They do have these are all organic. Each one of them is $1.79 a pound. Red pear and the Bartlett pears, which is the ones we get the most comments on, $1.79 a pound. We haven't had many pears up north, if any, and it's right about the same price. Ours was $1.49 a pound, but we are in Orlando, so I'm expecting it's going to be a little more. The autumn squash pumpkins here are $8.99. They were $7.99 at Trader Joe's. These are a little bigger, I will say that. These carving pumpkins, though, 2 for $13. We've been seeing these everywhere down here between $4 and $5. Most places were $4.49. This is a little much for a carving pumpkin. Organic raspberries are on sale for $3.49. Regularly $4.99. That's crazy. And the, let's see, 12 ounce, basically double those, $4 for every 6, so you might as well get 2 of these. These are the ones on sale. This would be $7 for the same thing, $7.99 for basically 2 of these, so yeah, get 2 of those. These red seedless grapes are $5.39. This is a better deal, 48 ounces here for $5.39. That's a way better deal than the ones over on the other side that we saw. Of course, these are on sale. $5.39 for the green seedless grapes as well. Yeah, I mean, for 48 ounces, that's not bad. Asparagus seems a little high here at $3.99. Up north, it's pretty much $3.19 everywhere, Myers and Kroger. So, I will say they do look good. Even though these are some pretty big avocados, they are 2 for $5. They are organic, and they are, you know, pretty decent size, but we've been seeing these. We saw at Publix, they were $1.99. I think Whole Foods was 2 for $3, or not Whole Foods, but Winn-Dixie, 2 for $3, but they had them on sale. I feel like this is just regular price here, but $2.50 for 1 avocado is a bit extreme. We are starting to get a lot of comments on broccoli again and how people can't find it. They do have broccoli crowns here for $1.99 a pound, and they have the whole stalk broccoli for $2.29 a pound. Now, we've seen broccoli up north go for like $2.79 a pound, mostly because no stores are getting it in. Pretty much everywhere we've gone down here in Florida on this trip, broccoli has been pretty plentiful. And another thing that people have been asking about is ginger root. Now, this is a little more expensive, $4.99 a pound. It is organic ginger root. I feel like this is a bit extreme, but you know, this Whole Foods market is a little expensive if you ask me, but a lot of people wanted us to visit it, so here we are. Yellow corn, 4 for $3. Yeah, that's a bit much too, and it doesn't look as good as some of the corn we've seen. Mushrooms seem to be overly expensive. I remember we compared these to Kroger the last time when we were up north here. Now, $2.49 for the regular mushrooms is about normal. $2.29 up north. $3.99 though for the organic white mushrooms is a bit much. We can find these from $2.99 to $3.19 anywhere up north. And you know, I made sure I was prepared because most of the stuff that Whole Foods sells here is organic. So we got to compare like higher prices. Like these spring mixes for $3.49. Well, up north they would be $3.99 to $4.49. Here they're $3.49. So a little bit better deal than what you would pay for like organics, like spring mix at Kroger, you know, up north in Cincinnati. But I do believe for down here in Florida, this isn't too bad of a price. You know, hopefully things start going in the right direction soon. Doesn't look like it's going to happen for a while. Now, these were $3.19 at our Whole Foods when we shopped there. So it has, if we haven't been to our Whole Foods in a while, so we'll have to check. But these prices, yeah, they are creeping up. Potatoes continue to be an issue around the country. Now, these particular potatoes are grown in California. $1.99 a pound for the organic yellow potatoes, $1.39 a pound for the organic russet potatoes. I will say these are tiny. I could probably fit 5 of these in my hand. I mean, you know, not saying potatoes are shrinkflated. I know like organic, you know, it's going to be a little bit smaller. At least that's what some people say. But yeah, I don't know. These are awful tiny for me. Now, onions have been a lot cheaper up north, and I remember that the organic yellow onions at our Whole Foods was $1.49, so this has gone up 30 cents. I'd be willing to bet if we go back to our Whole Foods in Cincinnati, it's probably right. It might have gone up to the same price as it is here. We'll have to check here once we get back. They do have the organic white onions, which some people actually asked about here at Whole Foods, $2.29 a pound. That is up from $1.99 a pound. 3-pound bag of mandarins for $4.76. I gotta say, these are some of the biggest mandarins I've ever seen, at least this year. It seems like a lot of them have been really tiny. $4.76. This is on sale. Let's see what the regular price is. Regular price $5.99. So yeah, that's not so great of a deal at $5.99. That's been the regular what we've seen down here, like Winn-Dixie and Publix. Publix was $7.99 for a 3-pound bag of mandarins. Checking out some of the tomatoes here. They do have the organic Campari tomatoes for $4.99. You know, I mean, they look okay, but again, they don't look like they have in the past. And I do believe this is a countrywide matter here. And we've been talking on the channel here about how it's been abnormally hot here this summer, and that has caused tomatoes for them to have to pick them early. $4.99 for 12 ounces of these little tomatoes is a bit extreme. We see these. Now, this is organic. $3.99 up north at Kroger and Meijer. $2.99 for the regular. I always get the regular, and they're pretty good. But I haven't gotten them lately because, you know, they just don't look that great. We usually go to a farmer's market for tomatoes, but they do have the grape tomatoes here for $2.99. That is the same price as it was the last time up north that I bought these, and they're pretty good. They're a little better than the Kroger brand, but I wouldn't put it too much higher than that. They've got very fleshy, you know, they kind of break off. They have the slicer tomatoes here, which I haven't seen these in a while. I haven't seen these up north in a long time. Actually, they did not have them at our Whole Foods. $2.49 a pound seems a bit much. Roma tomatoes at $1.79 a pound right now is ridiculous. Those are the regular. The organic is $2.49, which that's way too high. These were $1.99 the last time we were at our Whole Foods. Organic hothouse tomatoes, $3.49 a pound. $3.49 a pound. I mean, and they don't even look that good. I mean, I could pick out one that I would buy, like this one looks okay, but most of them don't, and for $3.49 a pound, that's ridiculous. One thing is for sure, as we are in canning season, don't buy ball mason jars here. These prices are nearly double what I have seen up north. This is crazy. $20 for these, the regular mouth, $22.99 for the wide mouth 16-ounce jars. That is nuts. I had to double look at it to make sure it was the same amount. It is. We can almost get these for half the price up north. I don't know if they have Menards in Florida. I'm sure they do, but Menards, we were finding a lot of these for like $10.99, $11.99, way cheaper than this. This is crazy. I will say they have a lot of neat teas here. Jessica likes some of the tea that she got from Whole Foods the last time we were here. But they've got a lot of different kinds. They've got a lot of the traditional medicinals that some people were asking about. And Whole Foods is like one of the only stores that you can find this particular tea. And they've got the organic green tea, the 365, which some people were saying was really good. Let's see, 70 per box, $5.69. I don't know. I feel like everything's overpriced here, so it's really hard. I don't get to Whole Foods much, so it's kind of hard to do comparisons. However, for the celestial teas here, they are $2.79 everywhere up north, $3.99 here. It is on sale. Okay, they have a sale here for $3.14. I believe if you're a Prime member, which I believe most people that shop here probably are, probably most of the U.S. Pete's Coffee here is the same price here as it is up north, because it did go up to $12.99 for some of it is $11.99, like the dark roast, the Major Dickinson's brand here, $11.99. That's actually $12.49 at Kroger up north. So a couple things a little cheaper here. I do like how they put the run-of-the-mill canned vegetables here. Now, we've gotten great comments on their canned vegetables, but I will say $1.79 for a 15-ounce store brand is a bit much. $1.79, but you know what? If it's what you like, they got the corn, the green beans, the sweet peas, $1.79 a can. I mean, it is what it is right now. Del Monte's $1.50, so I'm not too surprised to see these were $1.49. These were $1.49 a can. I remember a couple months ago when we went to Whole Foods up north. So I'd be willing to bet that ours are probably $1.79 too. Pasta is becoming another major issue across the country. We are getting comments from old videos that people are having a lot of trouble finding pasta. Now, it was very difficult up north before we left. We saw that pasta was kind of going out the door again, so we'll have to check when we get back. I gotta say, for Whole Foods here, these are usually packed in. I wonder if a lot of people are having trouble finding pasta around here, so they're going to different stores to find it. $1.99 for 1 pound of spaghetti. Barilla is $1.99 pretty much everywhere up north, so I'm not too surprised to see that there. Some people in particular were asking about linguine. $1.49 for the linguine. More importantly, they have it, because we've gotten several comments that people haven't been able to find linguine. So these are the things we're kind of keeping our eyes on. I wanted to check out some of the rice options here, because we've also been getting comments that rice has been really hard to find in some places. I know there was an area out in Illinois, we got a few different comments that people cannot find rice anywhere. Whole Foods Market is another option. It is a little more pricey than what you're going to pay anywhere, but at least they have it in, and they have these different little rice bags here that now our Whole Foods Market did not have a lot of this stuff. So I don't know if they just didn't have it in because we were having trouble getting things in up north, but there are a lot of little options here. Again, some of this stuff I feel is crazy overpriced. One thing I do like about Whole Foods is it's good to have options, right? They have a lot of different options here that we're not used to seeing. in some of the major grocery stores. Now I consider Whole Market, Whole Foods, it's hard to say. I consider Whole Foods a huge market. I kind of compare this a little bit to Jungle Gyms up north because of the variety. There's a lot of variety, but I also compare it to Jungle Gyms because of the price, because things are very expensive here. Like some of these meats here are just kind of outrageous, and I'm sure it's good. A lot of grass-fed and, you know, lots of different things here. Dry aged, pasture raised, boneless beef, New York strip steak, $24.99 a pound. Seems a bit extreme. And they have the beef ribeye steak, $17.99 a pound. So yeah, this stuff is a little much for me. Some of the hamburger here, the grass-fed, $10.99 a pound. I mean, I guess, you know, the more the farmers have to work for it, the more it's going to cost, I guess. But I mean, yeah, it's good looking. I gotta say, all of it looks great. It all looks great, but it is very expensive. Last time we were at Whole Foods Market, we did get a lot of comments on the 365 chicken, the organic boneless chicken, or organic chicken. And you were saying that your store wasn't getting it in. Hopefully they are by now. I know it's been a couple months. They do have it in here. And I do have to say, I mean, it is pricey. We had a couple people saying that it was too expensive for them. Yes, I would not pay these prices. I don't know. We get Myers Chicken or Sam's Club, more bang for your buck. And I'm sure it tastes good. I'm sure it tastes really good. But again, way too expensive for us. Again, I will say the meat here does look fantastic. These tenderloin steaks look amazing. $10.99 though for 12 ounces of the sirloin. They have $13.99 for this little teeny tiny ribeye here. What is that, 10 ounces? You know, I mean, it's just, you know, me and Jess like to go on vacation. If we ate these kind of foods all the time, we would never be able to afford to come to Florida. Somebody was talking about Annie's the other day, some of the different macaroni and cheeses, the organic ones here. I gotta say, this is probably the biggest selection of them I've ever seen. However, they are very expensive here. Some of them $4.39, $5.29. Some of the regulars here, $3.99, $3.79 for just the regular one, the vegan mac. They've got the gluten-free here for $3.99. But these are $2.99 to $3.19 up north, and that is up from $2.49. So, and that's recently. So these have shot up in price lately. I'm curious to see if these are the same price at our Whole Foods up north in Cincinnati. I seriously doubt it. Thought I would check out some of the beans while I was passing through here. Some of them are okay prices. So like we have the black beans here for 99 cents. Pinto beans, 99 cents. The black-eyed peas here, which we hardly ever find up north, $1.29. Kidney beans, 99 cents. Some of these, though, are pretty pricey. Like pinto beans, $1.49 a can. We can find those way cheaper pretty much anywhere. The navy beans, which is kind of hard to find sometimes, $1.39 a can. And they have the Great Northern beans in a can, which I buy the dry beans if I'm making like a bean soup or something. But $1.49 a can, that is very expensive. They have a ton of options of a lot of different fancy cooking oils and stuff. Some avocado oils people have asked for, $11.99 for that. Whew. So they don't have much of like the regular cooking oil, the 365. One thing, $3.49 for the vegetable oil, $3.99 for the canola, but this is only 32 ounces. Now, any store brand up north is going to be 48 ounces at like Kroger or Meijer, and they may shrinkflate eventually, I don't know, but yeah, you get an extra 16 ounces for about the same price as you do for like Kroger and Meijer. Now, we all know Crisco has gone through the roof. 40 ounces for $6.99 or Crisco is usually right around $6.49 for 40 ounces of the vegetable, $6.99 for the canola oil. But we have seen that pretty high here at Publix too. I think it was like $7.39 for the vegetable and $7.99 for the canola. Now we're gonna have to check all the stores when we come up north here, but yeah, Crisco's just, I don't know, it's just not worth it. They do have a lot of these canned salmon here. We've gotten good comments on the Wild Planet salmon. I do believe this is the same kind that Costco sells. It's $5.99 a can though. $5.99 for a small can. That sounds extreme. They do have the 365 Whole Foods brand, $4.39, so a little cheaper, but I still feel like that's expensive. Of course, you can get the big cans here, the Wild Alaskan pink salmon here for $5.29. Got some tuna options here. Albacore tuna, $2.29. Albacore has kind of gone through the roof lately, so yeah, it's right about the same price. We've seen them at Meijer for $2.19 for a small can like that. And yeah, I'll tell you, prices are just continuing to go through the roof. Wanted to check the frozen vegetables. We've been getting comments again that frozen vegetables have kind of been going out the door in a lot of places. Hasn't been the story up north where we are. We've seemed like we've been okay, but a lot of you can see a lot of this is missing here, even at Whole Foods, and these are ridiculously expensive. Green beans for $2.99. Yeah, okay, organic. $2.99, 16 ounces. Now most of the ones up north are 12 ounces, can be 10 to 12 ounces. But they're like $1.25. I think Meijer's was right about, or even a lot of them, like at Walmart, they have the regular ones. They're 12 ounces for 84 cents. You know, Meijer's is like 94 cents. Kroger's right now, they have shot up to $1.25 for 12 ounces. So they went from the cheapest to now the most expensive, which really it wasn't the cheapest. The Kroger ones were $1 forever, but we like the Kroger vegetables. Does seem like the regular 365 milk here is $4.99 a gallon. Most milk that we've come across down here in Florida has been right about $5 a gallon. Milk's a lot cheaper in Cincinnati. They do have the organic whole milk here for $6.99. Jeez, I mean, that is crazy. Look at this half gallon of the organic, $4.39. That's way too much. So a while back we had gotten some comments on the forager yogurts. We didn't have them at our Whole Foods, or at least they were out. $1.99. $1.99 for one yogurt. One yogurt. I mean, it's not even a big yogurt. $1.99. I'm sorry, but that's unacceptable. That is way too much. Another thing is that people were saying that the yogurt of the 365 wasn't all that. Now these were 79 cents up north when I checked on them the last time. They are 99 cents now, so those are definitely up. One awesome thing is their bakery over here. It's kind of opposite from ours. When you go in the front door, the bakery's right in front. Here it's over on the other side of the store. I gotta say, these do look good, but they have gone up in price. I mean, I thought they were expensive before. They were $4.50. These little cakes were $4.50 a piece up north. Now they could still be $4.50, and these may just be more expensive, but if not, they've gone up $1, and I just don't feel that's worth it. However, that being said, I will say that these cakes do look awesome. But look at this. These are pretty small cakes, and they're fancy, you know, they're nice. $27 though for one of these little cakes. Now, you know, I mean, it looks like a lot of work has been put into these, so they, you know, but for them making them all the time, you know, I don't know. I feel like it's a bit much, but they are beautiful. Yeah, some of these muffins and croissants and stuff have definitely gone up in price. I was talking to an employee. They said a lot of this stuff has gone up here too. She said it's been over the course of a year, so, you know. But these were $1.99 at our Whole Foods, and the muffins were $2.19. So they're up to $2.50 now. We'll have to go to our Whole Foods at some point when we get back up north. But yeah, these are expensive for one. They do have a bunch of them over here on the side where if you want to get a good amount. These little ones, I mean, to see one big one for $2.50 and all of these in here, they're a little smaller, but it is only $8. So it's like if I was going to buy one big one, I mean, this feels like maybe, I don't know, it probably equals out to the same, because really these kind of look like maybe three of the big ones, so $8, I guess it's about the same either way. I have seen a lot of vegan options here at Whole Foods. So if you are vegan, this might be the place to shop for you. You're going to pay a little bit more, but vegan options are always a little more expensive anyway. One thing is for sure, they definitely have a bigger hot bar and salad bar than they have at our Whole Foods. They've got 3 rows of it here. They've got different kinds: European, Asian, Indian. Yeah, just a lot more options than they have at our Whole Foods, which is good to see. I mean, this is a big town. Orlando is huge. A lot of different soups over here: vegetable soup, seafood soup, meat and poultry soup. Wow. I mean, it is pretty huge. And they don't see an eatery here, though. I guess maybe you have to get it to go. We have an eatery at ours, which kind of makes it nice. One thing that is a bit ridiculous is this price: $11.99 a pound. $11.99 a pound. That is extreme. And it was $9.99 a pound at ours, so it's expensive there too. Curious to see if it went up at ours. I don't know. It may have, it may not have, but $9.99 is expensive per pound. $11.99 is, I don't know. It's a bit ridiculous. Well, that was our trip to Whole Foods Market. A lot of stuff's expensive in there. I don't feel like ours was this expensive, but I had talked to a couple people and they said that prices have been going up all summer. Said that it's a quarter here, quarter there. Some of the stuff has gone up $1, so some of the things that we saw that have gone up $1 may have gone up $1 at the ones in Cincinnati. We'll just have to check. But yeah, for the most part, it's too expensive for me. They do have some nice options in there. It's good to have options, you know. It's good to have a store like this. You know, if we start missing a lot of products, or if a lot of products start going away, you know, it is another option to where we can shop and find some of these things that we couldn't find last year, like rice and just a lot of random things. But guys, thank you so much for watching today. With all that being said, I am out, and always remember, the adventure is out there.